evening from here. All right, and of course, I'm so excited. Definitely, I'm pumped to be on this live session with us. I must, commend everyone who's been waiting for us in, my room, and then looking forward to this session. And I tell you, we have a whole lot to really, discuss. Yes, share with each of us as regards our purview within the market. Now, a whole lot's happening today. We had a lot of them. I'll just make up time 1, 2, 3 minutes ago or so. Um, we had this what do I call this now? This sudden light, right? That all right. We have the sudden light that we we think. We think there is something right going on within the crypto markets definitely, and I am having a lot of questions in my mind. Just as you do have question, I also have my question. I'm gonna state sorry, just try to keep focus. Yep, I just go back in, and then it was quite a lot, right? So I just think if I would not do this live session now, when would I? Right. So and this and many more and factors are put into consideration, for which I'm going to be taking my time the next 50 minutes here about to talk. So clearly, right, without hello, man. Thank you so much for the greeting. Hello there. All right, so I appreciate you for coming. Welcome, welcome. I mean, I must just take my time to, greet everyone who is, having our back. Like I'll put it. And yes, I'm welcome. Something happened in the nick of time, and I was thinking of that right now, which I would be opening another chart and drawing these comparisons. It's so important for me to let you know what just happened right now, what exactly it is that my mind has been thinking about. I mean, in the past few moments. I was just considering the fact that I was looking at the Bitcoin chart in my mind is that, hey, wait a minute, what's happening here? I just was, looking at something I was intending, right, that we would actually begin this analysis from the perspective of the news, I mean, the narrative of the news. But suddenly, while I'm thinking of that, I'm just going to be using this chart to draw certain pegs, which I think is going to make more sense. I'm beginning to see a triangular pattern forming, which, because for me, I'm thinking we're going to dump, right? Look at this chart very well. I mean, I'm going to start on a daily time frame, right? This chart is like a daily time frame analysis, right? I mean, it gives us an idea of the consolidation zone of the market. But nonetheless, as I was thinking of that, I just was like, wait a minute, what is actually forming here, right? There seemed to be some sort of pattern, right, playing out on Bitcoin, and it seemed to, be calling my attention. And I think, okay, now let me for once just give this a consideration and look at this now. So could it be right? That is my question right now. While I was just thinking of what actually is going on with the Bitcoin market, could this be what I'm thinking? And that you know we are in the middle of a triangular pattern, which is potentially playing out. I'll also hold onto this right very tightly while we begin to draw great conclusion as regards what we think could be the potential play out that the market is forming. Right, so if you look at that right from that lens, you will begin to say, oh, wait, perhaps this is a very strong zone to place a buy order, and yeah, we might just have to hold on to this to our dear life, and then because we're already closing down on this triangular pattern. Because now, if you've been a student of the crypto market, you will be aware that every time we see patterns, it's so very important, and of course historic to defining what's going to be happening in the market. I think you must be as shocked as I am. This is for us who got on the trade on boom on profit. I've already gotten stopped out in profit definitely, and I'm looking out to materialize right the current stance I'm seeing on boom right definitely, and I'm also looking to boom definitely as we actually proceed in the course of this chart. Please do not hesitate to. Oh my gosh. Hmm. I think the same boom I'm talking about, I'm actually getting a view right now. Now the coin is definitely crazy down, and because it's one thing I want to do right now is for me to in a boots and prepared to enter a buy order. I'm beginning to see a flat out straight position right now on boom, and I'm thinking so well on maybe it's gonna worth it. And so, guys, if you're reconsidering I'm entering on boom. I think you've gotten a fair chance right now, right? I'm seeing some straight, some little stringent, and I don't know what to call it right now. But I'm seeing some little um, call points that is calling my attention. A new cover account they just formed, and I think I'm gonna mention that that is so positive, right? To me, an individual, and I am gonna be considering possibly making a trade on all of this point right now, based on my purview and what I'm seeing. I'm actually thinking that this might just be the best of times and of course the ripest moment to consider opening positions on boom. I don't know why I'm thinking that, but looking at what I'm saying right now, I think that might just be the honest fact on this whole thing. And it could be very wrong move. I'm serious right now. I could be warning myself, set myself up, right? As much as I am thinking that could be the best, real point to pick on a buy on. I think we might just be doing this is a real time trade, real-time analysis, right? And then we are definitely taking on trade positions and also making inferences and of course, looking at the markets together. So from this lens of a triangular pattern, I am quite bullish, definitely. I think we just in this loop and we would soon definitely break out. While I'm also going to be considering that in a minute, I'm also not going to leave out the part that states that, see, you must be so sure of what you're doing, or else something is going to be teaching you how to be sure of what you're doing, right? So now saying that is not to deny the fact that we are potentially going to have a crazy and clean breakout. Now, I'm thinking many things in my mind while I'm also in the middle of this, thinking, oh, I mustn't miss out on the opportunity. Now, let's begin from this point where I was going to start from that. This is a consolidation zone. I call this dude a C zone because of what I think it is. And definitely you want to trust me on this that yes, it is a C zone. It is a C zone, and you must actually treat it like that. Be careful with your interactions, and of course, you don't want to get burned. So what we can see right now is that I'm saying this for a fact that now looking at this triangular pattern, right, which we are holding on to as a great important narrative, I think we are really in the center of a crazy sweet nice buy. And if you're following me on these guys, you would know for sure that we don't. I wouldn't be joking with stuff like this. I definitely want to give a confirmation before I draw a conclusion, but I'm beginning to think so hard that hey, we are really about to make a very crazy, crazy, crazy move, right? And I'm using those words very carefully. Now, come to think of it, today on the market news, Powell already gave a speech, and I think we might also look at the content of the speech and whatever it is that is there, right? I think this is currently live, and that's the major news that's going to be impacting the dollar, the dollar against Bitcoin. And tomorrow is going to be the major time, and we're going to be having a real market news. I tell you guys, and so I'm beginning to think around what could be um, the things going on. What should we be, looking out for? What should our prospect be? Should we really raise our expectations high? All right. I mean, just as you, I am also beginning to become so curious, right? Right, with all of this thinking, and those are the questions, right, in my mind. Those are the questions in my mind, and I think I'm going to tell you this for a fact, guys, that see, we have definitely a huge, answer to give, right, to this uncertainty. And I'm also trying to look at this. And so this triangular pattern just came up as a really, lightning clear that, hey, look into this, right, guy, and do not in any way be carried away by the fact that you want to look into liquidity alone. Because I mean, I was going to look into liquidity alone, and I was going to draw conclusions from that. But now I think I'm having a better light, right, with what I'm saying, that there are high chances that this whole deception might just be to weaken the hands of those who are holding on to their lives on this particular trade, and make them sell their whole position in a loss, right, to the hands of those, oh my gosh, who have this view with the market. So that's reality, right, about the pricing of the bigger market and the possibility of it being a bullish one, begins to draw a lot of things into my thoughts, right? I'm serious. And this is so huge, right, for me to swallow and assume I'm not saying something really substantial for me to begin to bank on. I'm sincere. So now that is going to be kept on one side while we are going to look into the market from the lens of what it is potentially doing. So if you've gone with both, I'm going to be possibly picking on some long position right now from tonight. I would also want to consider the data from the dollar index, which I think you also would not want to overlook while we are going to be taking chance, right, to understand the collective part view on what we think the market is definitely doing. And please, you would not mind drawing um, balances with us, and of course, answering questions based on what we think we also are seeing. So do not forget, that the crypto market is actually subject to extreme levels of volatility, which also makes it very, very unique as a digital asset that is tradable in the financial market. Now, that being said, I think I would need to, look first within what we've been having for the past few days. Let's begin with dollar index, and we will narrow down into right. All right. I will narrow down. Thank you. I will narrow down into what we think the market is going to be doing on a very big perspective. So this is the DXY. I anticipated the DXY dumping after rising above liquidity, and exactly that happened. And so if this is happening on the DXY, our expectation, right, as a as traders is that say if dollar is going to be dumping, if the strength of the dollar, which is the DXY, was down, then, as a matter of fact, we should, right, expect what do we call this dude? We should expect what's it called? BTC to pump, right? Because they go in almost inverse direction. Okay, now that's also important for us to state, right? So that we can actually begin to draw great, realistic, sensible narratives out of what the market actually projects into us. So the dollar goes in inverse direction. I've done, talks around this, and I think we do not need so much of motivation to understand this clear term. I would not want to go all around with that, but because I'm still carefully looking at the market, and I don't want to be caught or taken aback, right, in the middle of all of this back and forth that I think I'm still seeing with the entire crypto market. And I don't want to be, addicted to the coin, which I think I am already becoming with this same bomb I've been talking about for the past few days. I think it's actually high time for us to face the reality of what exactly we sort of think the market is going to be doing, right? So I think so. 0.0163 here. I think that's going to be fair. So, guys, Beacon is definitely rising, as y'all can see, and I think perhaps I'm going to be opening a trade also on BTC right now. That's going to be the best maybe option for me. As I'm looking at the market, I think BTC gives a sense of bullishness, and perhaps I would be doing just that, right? So let's see how that plays out in the moment we're entering. So I'm on a long on BTC right now, and I hope that's gonna go poof. So guys, I think we are in a very serious moment where we want to find confirmations and of course reasons. But I think this is actually happening right now, and we are going to be seeing the market moving and of course gearing towards the direction we already give predictions about. So don't forget we came to this point because of this triangular pattern, right? And if the market eventually turns out crazily bullish and possibly grows, beyond our expected confinement of 70K and then coming down and goes way above, that is to let you know that the inherent, capacity of the crypto market is definitely bullish, only waiting for expressions through real liquidity drawing. I hope that makes a whole lot of sense because I mean a lot of things can actually happen in the nick of time. Tonight can be a definitive moment, and I know that we have just barely entered into the month of April. A whole lot of emotions are high, and people are thinking a lot of things. I tell you, see, guys, you would see a lot of change, right, with how the market is going to be moving. So please just be on the lookout. Don't be carried back. Be strategic, all right, with your viewing of the market, and of course be open-minded. I must also add that, and I cannot stress this enough, right, in the course of our discussion. So that's so necessary for me to state. Okay, so please do not forget to give us necessary subscription, followers, and of course following. I would, and of course would definitely appreciate that. So yeah, I think I will be taking a break shortly while I stabilize with water, and then we continue. Please, guys, do not forget to look out for what we're doing right here, like I'm saying, and yeah, give us every necessary support that will actually instigate us to do better in our production. So I think that there is a big talk. Great. Let's take a break. I'm going to be right back with you on the show. I want to bring talk around the Powell speech, price actions of the daily market, And of course, I would also want to look into um, the news, right, from the crypto perspective also. I am quite open-minded. I'm also looking at the market from different lenses. Yeah. So let's call that. Oh wow, it's nice. Oh my, this is crazy, crazy. Oh my God. All right, let's take a short break. We're gonna be right back, guys. Yeah, it's break time. Enjoy the break. Yeah, enjoy the break. Yeah. Market is I have the log not going for I have market price on us it's always going to be Bitcoin. And the dollar is actually dumb. Dollar dumps the secret that they are right, guys. I want to welcome us back to the live show. Apologies for whatever it is that we have been spoken in the ground or some kind of said intentionally. So I think we're together. I started to take a break to talk about it. So sometimes the market can actually make you to lose belief in yourself. Let's not self, but of course in your trade, and you begin to I would say fidget, that's a word, and then you do not think there are possibilities for your analysis to come forth. I want to tell you something that say the truth is now when it comes to the market manipulated, you would know. Now yesterday I came to the conclusion breaking this morning specifically that there are high chances that this market is under manipulation. Now the truth is you cannot tell who is manipulating what and actually how are they manipulating these. But the fact is you can actually read the exact story that the market is giving, right? Such that you can actually begin to define how exactly the market is being manipulated. Now, that is not a important subject, market manipulation, but of course, it's part of our discussion today. Why is that? Because I think I'll tell us, right, all that there are important, realities which we cannot but take note of while we are going to be, progressing onto the new point which we think markets going to be headed for. Take for example, look at this news by Robert Kiyosaki. It says, someone made a very ridiculous analysis. This is very ridiculous. Bitcoin going to go to $200. That's something never going to happen anymore. And he told advisor, right, on the on in October 2023 that the United States economy would experience the crash of lifetime in 2024 with the stock market falling 6% and the S&P index. Well, I don't know how valid that analysis is. I've not done personal analysis to validate what Kiyosaki is probably saying there. But of course, he's a respected investor and of course financial personnel in the global space. So I think someone was like, if Ari is correct, I will simply buy more realistic gold and silver. If we can drop to $20 per coin, I will buy as many coins as I can. And if Ari is right, those who are prepared will soon be multi-billionaires and possibly a few new billionaires. I hope Ari Dent is right. Even if he isn't, those who are holding gold, silver, and Bitcoin will reach our Kairos state. Well, I think this narrative that is pushing since 2023 is very definitely sad until now. Well, we're not going to be talking about this whole, guy who is or dude who's known as the harbinger of financial and economic recession. We want to look into what exactly is going to be coming up this week while we're preparing for the beacon halving. The beacon halving is going to be taking place, I think, based on what we've been, staying days and nights. I would say the beacon halving is going to be taking place on the 20th. I guess it's the 20th now. Yeah, 20th of the month of April, basically 20th into the 21st, essentially. So that's when we're going to be having that. Hey, wait a minute. Let's say the beacon market is peaking. We're moving. Guys, I think that's going to be the big deal. I think we are peaking. We're peaking, I guess. Don't forget the analysis we showed on the triangular pattern. I think that's just the beginning point of that help we've gotten to give a prediction based on the triangular pattern. And of course, we're beginning to really look at the market and of course rethink right now. I'm going to begin to draw real time perspective as to why we think this can actually play out from this point. But do not forget that all of this is subject to price volatility. Now, I was going to show us that, see, we already had Powell's speech, and this speech has sort of, effect on the market, more hawkish than expected. It's good for currency. It depends on what Powell is going to say. This is the latest release. Let's open it up and see what we can read out of there, right? So I think that's going to be a important discuss, right, to make mention of. So what do we have right here? Um, Opening remarks today, Jerome Powell at the Stanford Business Government and Society Forum, Stanford Graduate School of Business, Stanford, California. I don't know, we will not be able to watch that live, but we're going to look at its opening remark and yeah, understand what exactly he's saying. Okay, I think this is the whole story of what he's saying. He talks about bank liquidity. This is Governor Michelle, and then there's Powell's speech. I think maybe it's actually ongoing live, right? And this is his remark. So I think we're going to pick out some few lines in between, right, and draw some possible inferences, right, as that's going to be so important for us to reach our mark of understanding the potential, outcome of what, we have forex market, by extension, crypto market is going to be holding in essence as we attempt to journey into yeah into this that's good, right, into this halving. Now, I think the remark came in handy by saying the first point is addressing it. We have held our policy rate at its current level since July, as shown in the individual projections. The FOMC released 2 weeks ago. My colleague and I continue to believe that the policy rate is likely at its peak for this tightening cycle. If the economic evolves broadly as we expect, most FOMC participants see it as likely to be appropriate to begin lowering the policy rate at some point this year, 2024, of course. Now, we went on to say, of course, the outlook is still quite uncertain and we face risk on both sides. Well, reducing interest rate too soon or too much could result in a reversal of the progress. Well, whatever that has to say. Don't forget, we're actually on the buy position, which, of course, I think everyone's already seen that it is probably played out, and I think everyone should be careful with interacting with this market. But if we aren't careful, we will be so overexcited with what we think the market is doing, and we will not catch the exact grasp that is necessary for us to catch, as we're going to be tying the knot, right, as regards the potential possibility of the market outcome in the no distant future. I think that is such an important point. I would not, minus word with it, right, as we sort of continue in the course of our discussion. All right, so now, well, Powell is definitely saying that, see, if we are going to be so careful with attempting or tamper with interest rate, which obviously, as the year evolves, with the possibility that the economics do not evolve positively as they are expecting, then they may actually attempt, reducing the interest rate, and they don't want to do that so quick and, of course, so late. So they're in between somewhere, and it is as it was last year. The Fed is still very uncertain as to how to handle the reality that is confronting the United States economy. I'm going to come right quickly downward and look at this storyline as regards transparency. Transparency and accountability are fundamental for any government agency in a democracy, but are essentially or especially important for one granted policy independence. The Fed has a special obligation to explain ourselves clearly, to describe what we are doing and why we're doing it. We're always striving to improve on this communication, and it's a job that is never complete. But we have a long way, we have come a long way. For 94, the FOMC did not even announce a monetary policy decision. Well, now they're saying they've been announced in 2020. We completed a year-long public review of our monetary policy framework, and late this year, I think this must be last year post. All right, late this year we will begin another such review. Well, I don't know, but it appears to see the uncertainty the Fed keep posing never goes off, I guess, and then it calls for intense scrutiny of what could be the possible outcome of the general financial market outlook. And honestly, I'm going to tell us is that we need to be very, very careful in our dispositions with the market plays, right? I mean the market play, I mean the market play out, right? And that's going to be so primary to our expectations, our anticipations, and of course our projections with the crypto market in general, honestly speaking. So that is of course one of the very important reason why I think we do not want to joke around the fact that, see, we are in a very critical zone. Don't forget I said this particular dollar index is actually tanking, and the United States will keep trying to save dollar, but so positive, not because I have something against the United States, no, in no way possible, but of course, just because of pure technical analysis, which is definitely obvious before our eyes. This content here has been written before this analysis. I think the dollar is going to dump for the Bitcoin market to constant maintaining of its all-time highs, and I think that's something that will actually happen. We're going to have the dollar dumping the dollar index, which of course indicates the strength of the dollar. We're gonna have this dump into a new low, right, for the Bitcoin market to actually attain a new high. So if you're just still considering saving dollar, yeah, well, it's good for you. Draw many perspectives and of course come to real-time conclusions, such that you would not be, thrown back and caught between two worlds of uncertainty, pain, and anguish. So I think it's so primarily important for us to state all of these, such that everyone can actually begin to rethink, all right, on I would say their purview and of course their conclusions as regards the market play out, right? So that's going to be primary. Please, if you're enjoying this live stream, do not forget to give us a following. We are going to be as much as possible communicating our art. I think we might as well just turn on our face. We'll be taking a break, watching the markets play out, right? And I think that's going to be one of the biggest discussions so far that you want to hold on to yourself, please. Quick one, we're still talking about Bitcoin regaining, which of course it's one of the very, very primary reasons why we're doing this live stream. We think Bitcoin is going to be regaining. We drew some, which I mean, I showed us some analysis, which I pulled up some few moments ago. And I think I'm going to draw the analysis from today to tomorrow because I think the major market news is going to be impacting the market. Has already taken place, which is the 4 p.m. news, which is 5 p.m. here, West African time, I guess. And we will be waiting for tomorrow. Tomorrow the fourth day in the month of April, where we're going to be having the CPI. This data is very, very explosive, and I beg you, please be so careful, trade with caution, and yeah, apply risk measures, risk saving measures, because you just can't tell how unreal the market naturally moves. So please, that's so um, important. I state, right. So yeah, that's the truth. That there is the truth. So I am looking at the market with one eye, having expectations, having optimism, and then I am sort of trying to believe in the market. And I think it's good to believe in the market, but the market's going to lead you to where you want to lead you. That's one harsh reality about the market. So, guys, while we're going to be coming back to talk about the news, right? Like I have told us, I'm going to take a short break. I'll set up some things with African Lightning, and then we're going to continue deeply into what we are going to continue. I tell you, um, this is just the beginning. Don't forget to give us a follow and subscribe. Thank you. Yes, we are back. Apologies. I just had to quickly ensure we have to help us improve our communication. And maybe you might want to say like this. I think that could actually come out. Okay, great. So we're talking right about the markets, and of course the probability that we're going to be having a push on the market. When I mean push, I mean a buy. Those of these who doesn't know this out, right? Hmm. Because we have a lot of questions. So that's great. So great. I think we might just have a long. All right, let's look at this. Kioski, sorry, I don't know that's Kioski's talk. The headlines. What are the news that could be top influence the market right now? Yeah, so I tell you guys, the eventual truth of what's going to be saving anyone who want to think or we're seeing of saving dollar is the crypto market. Everyone's going to be seeing it as an edge, and I think that's what one of the things that Kathy Wood, I think ARK Invest CEO, is just been able to reaffirm, especially for those who are crypto personnel. A minute. All right, so Yeah, I think we can actually begin to make this nice attempt. Okay. Hello, how you doing? I hope you enjoy seeing my face. Anyways, let's up the brightness so that everyone can think this could be better anyways. So you're welcome once again to our blog, and this is our guild once again. So I was talking about the fact that see, Cathy Wood's statement here, which we're going to be reading, is not just something anyone should be knowing now. It's something I think we all should actually begin to see from our perspective, and of course, affirm as the actual reality. Cathy Wood of Hacking Invest highlights Bitcoin's role as a safe haven amid global fiat currency devaluation. Now, what are the reasons why anyone will be thinking of considering Bitcoin as a safe haven? Number one, there's a maximum supply. No printing more of Bitcoin. Definitely, it's not a dollar, not some pounds. Okay, that's so important to state. Now, aside from that, is the fact that this is a technology um, based on financial realities. I wouldn't say so much about the spiritual implications. Bitcoin is going to be a safe haven, definitely, as Kathy is saying, right? Despite ETFs, which stands for Exchange Trusted Funds, driving mainstream Bitcoin adoption, would point to broader economic factors influencing Bitcoin rise. And I think we'll begin to look into what she says. Now, there's a global, adoption, round going on with Bitcoin. I tell you, it's been so much. There's been a lot of redefinition of what actual valuation should be posted on Bitcoin. Everyone has been so bold, and I think I've been hearing this statement, just like Wood is going to be stating, right, that Bitcoin is going to reach $1 million. Now, you can begin to imagine how that is. If its current price is $66,000, I don't know how long it's going to take, a decade or more. As curious as you are, so also am I. Where would Bitcoin actually get to $1 million? The current price is $6,300 as of today, the time of analysis, and the likelihood of it getting there is also there. So you must also begin to factor in many factors why you're going to be drawing your curtains and conclusions as to why you think we can actually reach those unusual price or predictions that you might be given. So these guys, I think we must just double up in our button and of course think so well and of course so high about the prospect that Bitcoin is currently posting. I tell us, guys, we don't have a factual estimate on what's going to actually happen. We can only be careful, of course, including Ethereum. Yeah, so I drew an analysis which I showed you guys the other time. I think this, right? I was just looking at what I think Bitcoin is doing and trying to think around it on a daily time frame, and I came to that point of saying it seems as though we are in a triangular pattern now, and that was a wake up call for me to begin to relook in a way or reevaluate my view on the market, right? As regards possibly this could just be a huge trigger, a huge trigger. I want you all to begin to think of that so well, right? It could be a wake up reality to a huge trigger that is definitely going to be reaching out to us and every one of us, right? That see there might just be this push because triangular patterns are not uncommon in the crypto market, especially when we're about to make such unusual move to of Bitcoin reaching new higher highs. It could just go out of the range of certain liquidity analysis and begin to make pattern-based move. And I think it's not out of space for us to onboard this price perspective discussion into our means of communication and get our technical analysis. So guys, I'm telling us for a fact that this one begin to give me the clue that we're going to be pumping. I had this analysis which I've been looking at that way the consolidation zone, and no trade will be taken in this kind of zone until you double down on let's say lower time frame like 4 hours chart, and then you're looking at this and say, okay, fine, we have liquidity here, the market is going to be drawn to liquidity right there because we just hit below. Look at this on the 4 hours time frame, we can use liquidity to say, now fine, this is a hourly low, right? Hourly low that was broken. This was a big hourly low that was broken, and of course, it falls to be a daily low, right? The previous one of the lowest daily lows that we've seen so far, right? And that is seen as a real, counted as a real major low. So I'm going to remove this dude off, right? Now we broke this low, and then we're this low. So we created a new low, and there are chances that having created this low, the market algorithm might be drawing liquidities right to 7K, right? Before we actually continue in the maybe call the all on or whatever it is. And while I was going to be thinking about that, I also came to this point of saying, now look at this, the dollar index actually dumping, and that's a very big clue that see we are or we could or we are about to have some unusual pumps happening in the market because now we are definitely gonna above this point, and we saw liquidity right above it, and this is the real proof that the DXY is about to go way south, right? I think that's so clear in my opinion, and that implies we're going to be breaking this low, and of course we will be thinking of key zones such as this 90. Let me change this to one line and then bring my color. Yeah, it's going to be something like this 90, yeah, this 90-ish zone, 98 and thereabouts. So that implies we should be potentially expecting a probable dump of about 6% on the DXY trade pair. So well, and if that happens, then you can know how much percentage upward we should be expecting or anticipating on Bitcoin. So I think that's so primary, conversations and discussions. So I don't know what you might be saying, but I think so. Clear enough. I am not ambiguous. Let's see. I have an overall bullish outlook on a weekly time frame of Bitcoin, definitely, and I also have an overall bullish outlook on my outlook on altcoins generally. And so the crypto trends that we're seeing, all right, from the narrative of what's it called, Kathy, we can actually see that insights over a compelling perspective on Bitcoin's evolving role, right, in the global financial landscape. And beyond this appeal to investors on the institutional level, right, through ETFs and all of that, Bitcoin stands as a base challenge against the destabilizing effect of flawed fiscal monetary policies across the globe. And that's one crazy reality that seems to be staring at everyone as we look at the real valuation of what money is about and what Bitcoin is posting at as offers. So let me look at life for some one or two reasons. We have questions, and then yeah, we can actually attempt answering. We could not do a drop today. I hope we would do well business dumping. I hope we will do this tomorrow. Unusual, very very unusual, isn't it? Market is unusual in all of its move. I tell you, you just can't predict. Oh well, wow. Let's look at the news. What's it called? The talk. We've got some. Hey, come on. This is nice. Happy those of you viewing here. I appreciate your viewing. Thank you so much. All right, welcome everyone once again. Welcome, please. Let's take our followers to 5K. Let's do 5K. Let's do 5K followers. 5K. So kindly follow me. I would actually implore. And of course, those of you also on YouTube, please subscribe. That's so necessary. All right, so what do we have here? We are saying that this triangular pattern is possibly going to play, but of course, let's look at a lower time frame, like a 4 hour time frame. What do we get to see? Now we're just around this crazy strong demand diagonal line. I think I'm going to call that. And we have the market trying to form uncertainty. But I think there are absoluteness with saying the market factually would pump. There is an absoluteness in that. Yeah, and why would someone say factory market is going to pump? Not just because it's around this point, which of course might come down, of course could go up. It's also necessary for us to add this that majority of the altcoins. Let's take Solana for an instance. I wasn't long on Solana somewhere here. I left somewhere here, right? Because I just was not sure. Maybe I was thinking other of my trades that went well. Begin to go some begin to go south. And I think let me just close it. Now look at this. Solana came below this point of let's do this is pure liquidity. Solana came below this point of liquidity, just below here. Are you seeing that? So this I mean there's a potential arbitrary demand zone, right, in the mind of every retail investor somewhere here. But of course, this is where the demand is because we have fair value gaps right here. Look at this. Let me spot that out for you. This space which we have right here is called fair value gap, right? And the market seems to be headed for that, and of course it has peaked over there. And there are key things the market does. It keeps seeking liquidity, and of course this will happen to be some people sell side liquidity, right? Their surplus is going to be turned, is going to be sold off, and then it will be bought back into the market. And what we think the market is going to do? It's going to be seeking liquidity right again above the spot. In fact, above the spot potentially. So there are high chances, in all honesty, right? High chances that the market is going to be reading liquidities not just above here, right? Let's make this a point here. Not just above here alone. Markets could also be reading liquidity right here. So we would be following the market systematically and see how it's going to be doing. Taking profit is going to be somewhere around 210, right? But there are chances you're going to be just going up. It all depends on what way the market is bringing. But that Solana will do a possible 10% more. Yes, it's looking so solid. I tell you. Yeah, I'm serious. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but of course it does to me. I'm serious, yeah. So I think we might want to consider in rechecking our positions and rethinking. Oh wow, on our purviews and what we think is going to potentially play out. So I am not giving a positive affirmative conclusion as maybe you should actually make a buy, right, or sell. I just am saying things as I'm saying them and as I think they could or should play out. So um, that is that of that. So I think so. And then yeah, if we can actually think of holding this buy for a long time, it could worth it in my own opinion. So if we're gonna be entering a trade on Bitcoin, let's enter with a better level, I guess. So it's Bitcoin for every sake. What do you think? So all right, so let's make this. Yeah, I think we can all look into this and then possibly set on a long. I hope this is gonna be a wise enterprise, right? While we're gonna be doing this. And nobody doesn't look at cards. So this is one reason why I think we're just buying. We would hunt this, we would hunt this, but it's all tentative. That's the truth. It's all tentative. Now that one reason is something you want to hold there to you while you're thinking. And aside from that, let's look at coin like Sweep. Finally, I want to appreciate you all for coming so much. It means a whole lot to us. I would be going all over YouTube to see. Sue is very naughty. I tell you, I'm not gonna look at this. It's still not clear to me. Honest. So let's look at Arbitrum. I think I'm gonna trade trades that are actually clear to me. I think that's one thing that makes me a better trader, and I think that's one thing that will always make all of us a better trader. When we have clarity in our trade, and we can actually take one or two more. Look at this Arbitrum. What do we think? This could be a triangular pattern, but I think it's not. Eventually, let's remove this whole thing out. Because if it were a triangular pattern, there wouldn't have been a breakout right here. In fact, this was not a correct triangular pattern because we should be using the body of the candle, right? So when we do that, we can see that, well, using the body of the candle, this will get a triangular pattern and possibly as taken off like that and it's down, meaning that no triangular pattern is here. It's just liquidity seeking, manga that we can actually draw from this chart. So what do we have here? Same thing like that on Solana. You have this low points. The market eventually came to liquidity here on Arbitrum. It is on a buy 1.47 buy on Arbitrum. I tell you, if you're still maybe contemplating contemplating on not holding a buy or all of that, I think I'm going to tell you something for a fact. That's it. We are really, really, really in the middle of a whole lot of questions and then answers. One of the questions that is posed at us is it worth it to keep on holding under a long position right now? It depends on how much liquidity you've got and how much you can actually afford to risk. Looking at this chart right now on daily time frame, I feel so buyish, right? That I will think of bearish. That's the truth. It's quite funny the market can actually go up and down and probably will knock some of us out. But eventually it's going to play out into starting to see the reality of the market is actually definitely doing. Hey, guys, this is serious. Thinking on the market, I'm looking at it right now. Playing out with uncertainties is so funny. And I'm sincere with you. Anyways, that is that on that. Guys, I don't know. I did not happen to see any question on my end, which is something of great importance to me as I'm thinking. So who knows? Maybe we are just in the middle of a mesh. I think I'll actually open a mortgage on an Arbitrum. I don't know why, because I feel Arbitrum is giving that sense of buying. Looking at the fact that we've actually just brought liquidity right below this point of this candle week, and we'll tap down here. So I'm actually thinking on that. So and that singular reason alone is actually beginning to make me think or consider, all right, buying into that. I'm sincere with you guys. So if you think you want to go on a long position arbitrage, no, right? If it's gonna worth it or it's not gonna worth it by your own estimation. Hey, that's it on my hand tonight. I look forward to your questions. So yeah, questions. All right, appears as if there are no questions, or maybe we all got what we just explained. So, thing is, this week into next week, I am still quite bullish. I think that we talk about some bullish around. Looking at the lower time frames and at the short term expectations of the market, it comes out as if, well, we have to, so it's conscious. When it comes to buying coin, please just get off, keep buying the coin. Don't, don't wait. Don't wait. I think still, having so much ability, you might risk everything and lose them on the what's it called, these markets, the futures market. Um, yeah, so please say um, deliberately watch out for what you think will happen with what's uh, with people. So I think I'm quite bullish, and that's my stance. All right, thank you for coming. I appreciate your please follow, subscribe, like, share, right? See you on yours. Yeah, I am just waiting. I don't make a mistake. I actually entered a trade. Trump looked bearish. Boom, looked bearish. On this thing, looked bearish. What's going to be our take? I'm outside, right? I'm thinking, race. A minute, I'm going to be right back. I think come to the point where I think because of sometimes this time, actually I think this one question I'm trying and see as I'm saying for its potential return. So $1.68 in the real people at this point totally tired and sick of minutes. I hope you all can hear me and reduce my sound. So I said I'm beginning to think that it's actually to open a lot in arbitration from the point where it is right now, of course, taking the profit when it gets 1.68. I'm beginning to become sick, so sick actually of seeing profits, 14 and then not being realistic. So 1.67 would be a very nice point after the fake profit, whereby I say 9 to 67 to take the profit. And there you go. I think that's a free giveaway as regards the trading of this particular token. All right, so I think that's it. I'm not too certain. And of course, you want to employ tight stop loss 1.433, 1.440. So, so that's quite a huge one, but I think you might want it. So I don't know. That's it. Yeah, it's a very close call, to top stop loss. I think that would be below the previous candle. That could be a good one also. It all depends. The market is very, very volatile. I can tell you that for free. You just want to be so careful, and of course, you want to be so subtle, as they would so say it. All right, so that's it on my end. It's a peace out from here. All right, so wishing you all the very best and good luck in your trade. So I'm going to share this in my community. I've given you all this trade analysis for free. Tomorrow, if we get around YouTube all this analysis, I think you can all definitely talk about what I've actually played out and all of that. We'll talk on that together tomorrow. All right, so bye. All right, I guess I'm just going to share that. Yeah, yeah, he is. All right, so we just have to get going and call it a day from here. No more questions. No more questions. Hey, live train. All right, thank you for that. I hope we discussion. All right, peace. I think we actually made the most of this, and I'm happy with this. Right, this is quite seriously.